What's up, YouTube? It's me, your boy Dragon Masters 525, aka Keon, coming at you with another video. And today, guys, we are going to be doing a model kit review on the Mobile Suit Gundam Bael, which is pretty cool. It's from the Iron Blood Orphans series and timeline. If you guys haven't seen the time-lapse speed build that's on my channel, or some of the other content, Gunpla content on my channel, definitely check that out. I did a time-lapse build on this, pretty much like an overview, like a complete series, and just a model kit. Not really a review, but just like more like a box, like just checking out the box and stuff like that. But without further ado, let me just jump into the review and we can talk more about this. So this is the box for the Bael. You can see it has some cool shit in here and stuff like that. Checking out the box real quick, one more time. Boom. And we're just gonna crack it open and we're gonna give our thoughts and reviews on the Bael. I'm just gonna review the model kit. Alright, so I'm just gonna crack open the box. And then I'm going to pull out the Bael. I'll pull out the manual too, because it's cool. Alright, so putting the box back together. Put that off to the side. So yeah, here's the Bael. The person who pilots it, I forgot his name. And this is the actual Bael Gundam. Gonna pose it real quick. That way I can like talk about it and just look at it real quick instead of having to always constantly hold it. Oh man. Whew. Use this kind of like as a alright. Woo. So this is the 140. This is a high grade 144 Gundam. This is the Bael. I keep saying that. This is from the series Iron Blood Orphans, and it's similar in terms of structure to the Barbados. I don't know if you guys have seen the Barbados before, or the Barbados Lupus Rex, or any frame from Iron Blood Orphans, but they tend to have a pretty unique skeletal structure. If you were to look underneath, I don't know if you can see that. Here, let me do like a zoom in. Put that in there. Alright, so I don't know if you can tell, back here, this is like almost a spine. And this is what's pretty cool, is that the skeletal structure of Iron Blood Orphan suits, they always tend to be pretty, how do I say this, like, pretty similar to like a human's body, because the skeletal structure is like pretty similar. I'm trying to like move this stuff out of the way so we can get like a good view back here. So yeah, you can see that it's like supported. It's not really top heavy, but you can just see the amount of detail that's in here for a frame like this. I'm like really surprised, because most of the time I feel like 144 scaled Gunpla, especially high grades, don't have a lot of detail compared to, you know, the perfect grade, and I want to say the real grade as well. This unfortunately is top heavy. Even if you were to put some of the features in the back, for example, you know, the wings or even the swords. Let me put the swords back, and then loose joints too, gotta add that to the list. So top half, and then bottom half. But yeah, this is kind of what I was talking to you about, YouTube. You can see that it almost has like a rib cage, almost. It's like supported, and like the joints too, they're pretty unique. They're like, I feel like I have almost like really good articulation on the joint aspect of this, especially like what is it, the shoulders. The arm doesn't really have that good articulation. Wrists are kind of stiff, but I can get them in any motion I want, I think, which is really nice. This rotates decently. I still think it's still a little cheap. Like, I feel like I have better articulation with the Goof Custom or the Murasai. Not so much the limited edition American type that I built on the channel. That one feels pretty stiff, I feel like. This one doesn't have bad articulation. Head moves just fine. I can pretty much turn it. Almost. Kinda, not really. It has a limit. Yeah, it definitely has a limit on how far the articulation can go. I had to kind of reset the head back here because it's twisting the joint back here too much, as you can see clearly. Boom. And then for the wings, the jetpack in the back I think is pretty interesting. I don't like the fact that it's so top heavy. Like, it is top heavy. It is the most top heavy frame I've seen like in a hot minute. I don't really like top heavy for mobile suits or Gunpla because, like, if you're trying to put them on display, what's the point of like buying extra like gear and stuff like that in order to keep them in one position when they should already be in that one position in the beginning? And I feel like that's kind of like how it's been for this entire arm came off. I feel like that's how it's been for the Bael. It looks pretty. It's a cool looking mobile suit, but it's top heavy and the articulation can only go so far. And I feel like certain features don't make any sense. Like, I understand this, right? It's supposed to be for, you know, holding the equipment. But what is up with this? It can almost touch like the other side, almost. Like, pretty much like this. So, standard is sitting like this, right, on the back of the Bael. But it has articulation that makes it go almost like almost 180. Which doesn't make any sense because, like, if you try pulling this, right, you're just going to be touching the other sword and stuff like that. Besides that, I do think this is really cool, a really cool feature. If I was kit bashing, I'd slap this onto something, maybe like the Goof with some heat axes or heat sword. The feet are pretty cool. I'm just looking at that now. There's like different vents and different small detail. The foot actually rotates, pretty insane. It has like ankle mechanic. It doesn't go like, oh wait, it does actually. It can rotate. Wow. The articulation on the ankle joints is actually pretty insane. I feel like this is how it should have been for like the rest of this mobile suit. It even can go forward, backwards. Wow. This mobile suit articulation in the bottom half, not that bad. Knee can only go certain directions, only forward and back. Interesting. And obviously joint at the waist can go, can go around. I could spin it. Oh, wow, wait, I can't spin it all around. It only goes 180. This is like the limit to the left, and when I push it to the right, if I keep pushing it, like, I can't go anymore without actually breaking it, which I think is pretty interesting. I feel like pulsability, I feel like I don't get a lot of pulsability from the Bael, and it kind of makes me butthurt because, like, this is a really cool frame and I really want to pose it, like, in a diorama or something, but it doesn't hold its weight well. It looks saucy. It doesn't hold its weight well. Articulation is limited. See, like, if I was to let it go, like, It's like you have to pose it in a way where you can actually like distribute the weight, because so far this is not it. Or use like these wings to kind of disperse some of the weight too, but I don't like that aspect of this mobile suit, because I don't want to be forced to use its wings to kind of prop it up. I mean, underneath I could probably put like a stand here to prop it up, but in terms of just like normal posability, it's limited. Like, this is one of the few like, you guys been seeing me messing around with this for like the last 9 minutes, and I finally got it to, you know, just really stick. And let me tell you, this is a pain. Out of a lot of poses I've been trying to, like, I don't want to have to be able to spend 9 minutes just to pose it like this, you know? And I feel like it's so lackluster. Like, it looks decent, right? But let's be real, it's not a good pose. It's okay. And I feel like this mobile suit could do so much better with just less weight. All the weight's here in the back. A lot of it's in the back. And honestly, I would change out some of the shoulders. Maybe. Mostly it's the back, because it's very top heavy, because there's just so much shit stacked on top of it. But the design of it, honestly, is really cool. Like, the Iron Blood Orphans always have, like, some of the best designs, like, I have seen for, like, Gundam. It's more human-like than the RX, or more human-like than, like, the Exia, or some of the more humanoid-type mobile suits. It's definitely, I don't know, I'm still trying to decide whether or not, like, what's good or not, if I should even recommend this. The Bael, definitely cool series. I love the Iron Blood Orphans, right? I like the fact that I was able to see this in action. Buying the actual frame and building it, though, it was fun building it, but afterwards, I felt like I didn't have a lot of reward for building it, especially since, like, my stands are full, right, and I don't have a lot of space for more mobile suits. Which is unfortunate, but that's how it goes. I'm surprised that I'm able to even get it in a pose. Like, the articulation feels a little stiff. Like, and the reason I say that is because it's like, it's very limited. There's not a lot of possibilities that I can make, I feel like, when I interact with this mobile suit. Like, you saw how long it took me to just get it into this pose, and dude, I was fucking around with it. I was split it in half to check it out, but you can see the amount of detail. I'll zoom in one more time, but you can see the amount of detail, like leg joints here, you can see the joints here, and you can see the small amount of detail giving it more mechanical feel, which I think is pretty cool. Not the arms though. I feel like you can only tell in here, maybe that joint right there, but in terms of like cosmetics, like, I can barely kind of tell it's there. I feel like the white and the blue and the yellow just eat up most of like the space. Like, you can see, like, if you're actually looking for it, like, you can see small detail like that, or like that. I don't know, like, you can kind of see that joint, that ankle joint right there. And, you know, I love seeing the mechanical detail, because I really like mechs, like mobile suits and stuff like that. And look at the back. The back has crazy amount of detail, and I love the fact that everything is like a movable piece. Everything is crazy movable, and like, you can play with it. You can play with it. Whether or not you can get it to stick in one position is a different story, and if you break a piece or not, because let me tell you, like, if you were to manhandle this, you will 100% break it, and you will be a very sad person. But it has wings, has 2 swords, which is sick as hell, and it's just like a pretty cool frame, I feel like, to have. I feel like it's not worth really building, and that's pretty much what I'm trying to get at. I will definitely give my review in the next couple of minutes, but in terms of just like worth and price, I got this for what, like $20-$30? I want to say like $25, probably less than that. I don't know. It's definitely in like decent range. And buying it, you know, it was cool building it, you know, because I spent money on it, but like in the long run, I felt like it's giving me not much worth for my money versus the Murasai or the Koof custom that was given to me. The RX also was pretty cool, but I would put it in this, kind of like in the same position. It's just not that worth, I feel like. And I feel like a lot of things just get kind of stuck or in the way, or it's too, like, the suit is kind of too blocky for its own good. And let me tell you, I don't really like blocky suits. Like, I think the Zaku is, like, the extent of blockiness that I would go for, because I don't like any of the Gelgoogs and stuff like that. But for Gundam, this is actually, like, slim, stocky, but bulky. And sometimes, like, I feel like just things get in the way, like knee joint, like the knee pads or the shin guards, or at the shoulders. Like, you'll need to actually like change the way you position them because it's just taking up a lot of space. Like, we'll do like a side view of it, and you can see how, like, just how bulky it really is. Like, look at this. This thing's bulk central. The head, I feel like, isn't that bulky, but arms to legs, and then like this whole back part is literally like another half of the frame. I feel like I'm looking at two frames. Here's like one half, and then here's like the second one, which I guess is kind of worth because the accessories are pretty cool. But I'm not using this. It's not being posed, and I feel like the accessories just kind of hinder it more than it helps. And you can you're starting to see it actually. Me moving it around multiple times, it's starting to lean more towards the back. Like, it has no good counterweight unless you pose it like in that sweet spot. Cause I'm moving it, and look, you can see that little, like that wobble. I mean, it's not level, and I'm on a level, dude, I'm like on a level, plays. So, it's insane. So yeah, overall, like, it's really not a bad frame. Like, I've been building Gunpla for like a little bit now. I'm not customizing or doing anything crazy like Studio G or anything, but just like as a normal connoisseur of Gunpla, you know, I've been buying some for a while, and for me, I feel like this is my least favorite frame. It looks cool. It looks cool. I really like the cosmetic like aspect of it, that aesthetic. But in terms of like Gunpla and its functionality, its functionality just kind of makes it feel less immersive, I feel like, because I want to be able to, you know, have my Gunpla standing and not be able to look at it, or I can interact like it like this and be able to put it down and not have it like fall, kind of like this actually. And let me tell you, I did it like pretty fast. But yeah, that's kind of like what I like. And so I guess my viewpoint is just like a little biased, but it's just based off preference. If you like semi-limited articulation or stuff with like a lot of big shit on it, you know, like the wings here, or something like the Wing Gundam, or the new Gundam where it has just like a bunch of crazy shit, yo, go ahead and go for it. But I don't really like super top heavy shit. If anything, I like more bottom heavy so that it has more weight distribution, so that it's not like tipping over and over again, if you know what I'm saying. And there you go, guys. Now here to the final part of the review, and that's where I actually give my review and rate it. So for the Iron Blood Orphans High Grade 144th Gundam Bael, I'm going to give it, honestly, this is a hot take, I'm going to give it a 6.5 out of 10. And the reason for that, you know, limited articulation, I don't like that it's top heavy, and I didn't like the fact that every time I tried to pose it, you would either fall down and I would have to put it in a pose that just was unnatural and didn't really feed into the immersion, if that makes sense. The kit is amazing. I like the colors. Just without even customizing it off the bat, it's so saucy. Like, oh, the color blue, white, yellow, you know, and then you got the like that weird like gunmetal gray that's used for like the exoskeleton. It's so sick. And the fact that it's a Gundam too, it makes it even saucier. It is a really nice looking frame to look at, but due to like the limitations of the actual Gunpla and the model kit, I have to put it down at a 6.5. I would rate it like a lot higher if some of the issues were fixed, like it being top heavy or the fact that I could put it in any pose and it not fall, which I really feel like I wasn't able to do. I've only did it like twice in that video, I feel like towards the end and pieces in the beginning, and then trying to do the articulation for like the waist. I did not like the fact that the Bael it didn't snap, but like it popped out of its socket for the joint for the waist, so you know, split in half. So stuff like that makes me want to put it down at a 6.5. Just because like you are spending money on it. It's about like $20 something. I want to say like I think I bought it on sale for like $25, $26, almost 27. And I think at the time I got it from Joann's on sale, 40% off, I think, from like $36 or something like that. I can't really remember the exact like numbers, but it went something like that. And so knowing that you're gonna be spending like probably more than $27 on this suit only for it to kind of sit in your box and not be like posable or not have good like value from it, it's kind of like not feeling it. But yeah, that is the Iron Blood Orphan Gundam Bael Gunpla review. If you guys definitely like the video, definitely give a thumbs up. If not, give a thumbs down. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. What Gundam suits or what mobile suits do you guys like the most, and what should I build next? Because I'm looking for suggestions on what kind of mobile suits to build next. And besides that, we finally reached 3,000 subscribers on the channel. So if you guys want to help support more, definitely hit the subscribe button. I just wanted to say thank you for everyone who hit the subscribe button. We finally made it to 3K, and it's crazy. And also make sure to hit the bell icon for more notifications so you guys don't miss another video that I upload. I post variety, so you never know what you're gonna see. But anyways, guys, thank you for tuning in. This is me, your boy, Dragon Masters 525, aka Keon, signing out.